soul, I'm a till I can't go no more, I'm a even when the bank get low, I'm a as long as there's breath in my lungs, I'm a ride or die. Funny how they could even compare to me. They was thinking about money when I was thinking fidelity. How my spirit be beating against the shell of me. So you think I believe in about all the things you be telling me. Lord knows, doors closed over felonies. Low blow, low Joe overwhelming me. Christ was a no-show, what you telling me? Footprints in the sand, boy, carry me. I was dealing with weaponry, not fulfilling my destiny. Let the string get the best of me, though it could be the death of me. I was willing to rest in peace, I was living the less of me with no one to invest in me. Tell me what you expect from me. But I know a man who started the work and go finish it. Made me a part of the church with no blemishes. So I'll be the salt of the earth, but no citizen. They looking for weaknesses, they want a piece of this, they want a seat in his throne. But they don't believe in this, know who Jesus is, they won't beef in his song. A ROD, foot soldier like a ROT. See, I ain't moving, a motto B. Roll to the wheels, fall off with a cone E. Ride.
Yo, what's good, y'all?
Man,
Hey,
what's happening?
what's up, Miss Tia?
Man, what it do, Dr. T? I'm over here turned up. I was like, I mean, come on, Thre, come through. Come through.
Wait till the rest of them come through, man. This dude is on fire. He got some things
I'm
happening.
saying.
About we got Thre on with us today, and we've been trying to get this brother, but things weren't working. I said, you know what, God must be gonna really drop some gems during this interview because we kept having to
reschedule up tonight.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said something finna pop off tonight.
Always.
I said something is about to pop off.
That's how we do though. So we're excited. Y'all know my motto, can't nobody tell our story like we can. So definitely gonna bring this young brother on, and he's gonna tell you a little bit about himself and his ministry and what he has going on. When I say powerful, very powerful, impactful ministry. And I think I read a little bit about, what he did in the past, dealing with the youth and stuff. So I'm definitely gonna ask some questions about that. But this is a much needed ministry right now for this time right now. So especially for our young people. So what you think about what we just heard?
Man, I think his flow is just stupid. Like, not even like, in the modern day stupid terminology, but it's dope. And I got a question too. I'm trying to figure out why the album called Traffic, so I'm trying to see something. I'm excited.
All right, without further ado, we're going to bring my dude in right now, Mr. Thre. Welcome to the show.
Salute. Thanks for having me.
What's up, bro?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Can't complain. Glad we finally got you in the building.
I know, right? hey, we kept pushing, we kept pressing. Here we are. So let's see what the Lord do with time together.
Amen.
Do it, Jesus. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hop right in. If you don't know, those who are just tuning in, haven't seen the show before, or just trying to figure out how this platform runs, we just laid back, we chilling. We get the opportunity to talk to Christian hip hop artists every single week. Not only the ones that are requested, but ones we just really find some gems that's out there that nobody has been hearing from, nobody knows about, because God is doing something very strategic in their ministries, and we want to shout them out by bringing them on this show. So definitely, this is one of the gems that I found to really, his music has been like, it's crazy, y'all. The new album, Traffic, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get into that, I want you to talk a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself to those who may not know you, and tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, man. So salute to everybody out there. My name is my birth given name is Milton Taylor, but I'm known as Thre, formerly known as Brother Thre.
Brother Thre.
Yeah, so CHH artist, father. Love my community, love my city. Chicago native, youngest of three, and man, became a product of my environment. And in doing that, man, the Lord was just using that story, everything happens for a reason, right? He
Oh
takes
yeah.
out
Right.
takes the ugly, he uses it off for his glory. And so ultimately, man, my life led me to the Lord. The Lord was drawing me to himself throughout that whole process of me just living and accumulating whatever it was I was accumulating, whether it's experience, knowledge, whatever. He chose to
Right.
use
Right.
that. Um, and yeah, so I would say came on the scene of CHH in 2014. Didn't know nothing
Okay.
about CHH. Didn't know
Oh
um,
wow.
didn't know any of the big names of the artists. I just came across Rapzilla, um, and I just submitted a record, and they put it
Yeah.
up, and then everybody was hitting my phone. Oh, who? Like, how did you do that? How did you get your music on this and that? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this. And
Yeah.
let me just back up. Prior to me actually doing music, the Lord drew me in 2007, and so from then to 2010, I put the pen down. I wasn't doing music. I was just being discipled.
Mm.
And even when I had desire to come, even when I felt like a release, like to start writing again, I didn't have a desire to do it because I didn't know if
Hmm.
this gift could be used for the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I began to share that idea with people, and they was like, "Yo, no, you're crazy, bro. You dope. Use that for the Lord." And at the time, I was brought up in a place where like coverings meant something, and having the blessing of your leaders at that time like
Yeah.
meant something. So
Understood.
I took
Hmm.
and under my leaders, they blessed it and kind of sent me out. And from like 2011, I was doing music, but I didn't really um, bump into Christian hip hop until 2014.
Yeah.
And so fast forward back, I was dropping a record every month in 2014, 2015. I dropped the EP called God Glorified under the name Brother Thre. Then that same year, I dropped another EP called Strange Land. And then
Okay.
2016, I landed on Rapzilla's freshman list.
Wow.
And
That's
then
awesome.
then it was just quiet after that. Like I dropped like one
Yeah.
more record, and then I co-founded a organization called Familyhood Ministries, and I kind of blacked out from
Yeah.
doing music,
Right.
and which was kind of crazy because in that time, like the the Lord is just putting His hands on what I'm doing, and more people are getting to know and hear the music and know the name.
Yeah.
But I guess He called me to my city, and I kind of blacked out from social media, and I was just doing ministry in the city.
Yeah.
And throughout that time, Infantry reached out to me, which was kind of
Mm.
crazy because I wasn't doing music at all.
Yeah.
So that was definitely doing. And so here I am
Look at
today,
God.
releasing my first album on the team with the infantry squad, and yeah,
That's awesome,
that's
man. I find that very common when you're talking about the break or the blackout, because we've heard a lot of artists that come on here say, "Hey, I
Yep.
went from, I had a 2 year break, or I had this amount of time where I wasn't doing music. I wasn't, God was dealing with me." That
yeah,
I feel is like necessary, and especially when we're going into areas of ministry that a lot of people won't survive in. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people won't
Right.
grow.
Hmm.
This is that ministry that it goes outside of the four walls, because we all know that Christian hip hop has had this stigma where it sounds too much like secular, so it's rejected so much by the church.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
now what are we going to do? We got to go outside of the church wall so we can actually do what our mission is to do, or our vision is to do, for these people on the street. So I believe that that break time gives you the
And
opportunity for God to build you up, build your muscle for that time frame.
Hmm.
So
yeah,
And I
that's
think it's
yeah,
needed as well.
yep,
Like a
absolutely.
lot of people that say that, they say that it was the time for them and God, for them to actually hear from God and to drown out the noise. You know what I mean? Because when you in
yeah,
pen writing mode, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to focus on your lyrics, and then you still got to live your life. If you got kids, like you said, you still got to be a father. So you still got to, it's pieces of you going everywhere. But then you get a
yeah.
time to just
Yeah,
really reflect on time with you and God. Necessary
Mhm.
time.
It's
That's dope.
necessary. I think any
Yeah,
ministry
much.
is definitely necessary. So
Yo,
your
absolutely.
music, I know you just started out, but were you in youth ministry prior to that? Because I know I noticed it said former youth ministry. So how was that, in connection with your music?
No, yeah. So no, I'm presently a youth director right now.
Okay.
I think I don't know. I need to look at my head, but it should be
Yeah. It's on.
formerly Brother Thre. Like it should say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I presently do youth ministry. Um, and man, I think like for me, just pointing to the next generation, even though I don't see them as like next, I see them as now, right? Like they're
Yeah.
being
Right.
used now. They have voices now. The enemy is
Hmm.
attacking them now. Like
Yeah.
every
Now.
present for them. But so I don't mindset of like you're only our future, and then they think like now doesn't matter, like because you're preparing me for what's to come.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, are for my community, and so I'm always. I think the opportunity to travel and do certain things and always get before some type of youth group has kind of stirred that in me, even within my city. Like, man, let me really take time out to pour, because usually when you're sent somewhere or you're doing something, even within your city or within the
Yeah.
state, it's like you impact and then you leave, but you have no way to actually check up and build or disciple or do anything like that. So to
Yeah.
be intentional in my city, and so I start
That's good.
focusing
It's
on
like taking care of the
like
home
job and
base.
ministry opportunities.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's like taking care of
yeah,
that home base. It's a lot of times you have that argument from people. You forgot where you came from, and a lot of that
mm,
argument, in part, I'll say, because it's not necessarily, you don't have to speak to that, but in part is it has a lot to do with people growing, receiving from God and moving out of the area, but the
Mm-hmm.
area is still feeling shut down.
Right.
They're like, well, who's gonna save
yeah,
us? Who's gonna represent for us? And that
Right.
doesn't mean,
exactly.
and I don't like the way it's put out there, because when you put it out there a certain way, it's like you can't do nothing, outside of that city and still save the city. I mean, you
Right. It make you
can.
feel like you're stuck. Right.
Yeah,
Right, right.
but I believe your experiences outside the platforms that God gives you, you can bless the city that you came from if that's where God is directing you back to.
Mm-hmm.
So ministry has
100%.
to be on the forefront.
Absolutely.
Yeah, ministry
Yeah.
Right.
has to
Because
be
when
on the
God says
forefront.
move, like you gotta move.
Exactly. But people don't want to hear that when they talk about, I mean,
Oh,
I get it in a sense, because you do have so many broken areas. And then when you
Right.
finally have somebody that has a heart for, the kids in that area, the kids in that
Yep.
church, you want to keep them locked down, because it's not so many that have a heart for it. But,
Mm-hmm.
everybody
yeah,
ain't meant to stay.
absolutely. I mean, the Great Commission, right? Go make disciples of all men, right?
Go
And the first
make
word is
disciples. Right.
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So,
We,
Yeah.
we are
I think we forget
disciples.
that part.
We are disciples called to disciple. So
Exactly.
if we're called to go, that means that in our time in that space with the kids, or in our city or whatever, we're to be pouring in and discipling at that
Mm-hmm.
time, so that when we do leave, then those disciples know how to disciple other disciples, and it spreads throughout the community. The problem is people are relying so
Exactly.
much on one person to save everybody and
Mm-hmm.
to continue to keep, saving everybody, and they don't understand the value of community, right?
yeah,
Right.
So
yeah.
those
That's how we
have to be
low.
a
That's how
leader.
we run low on food. Use people up.
What is
Yeah,
say low, low on
That's
fuel?
exactly how we run low.
yeah. People.
Yeah, we don't
No, yeah,
eat.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I'm
I'm
saying like,
saying. Like, but you can't pour from an empty cup.
yeah, we don't.
Oh, speaking of low fuel,
100%.
we definitely got that video coming up next. So let's talk a little bit about that song, and kind of the
Okay.
thought process we into making it. What God was speaking to you during that time.
Yeah. So even with the album itself, Traffic, right? It's a conceptual album. All the tracks line up with that particular concept. And so Low Fuel was just
That's
a
dope.
idea that came. And I haven't seen anybody really touch on, you know, when we as believers, individuals are running so low. And it doesn't have to be ministry or connected to ministry, but just in life. And we blame the Lord. And it's just like, you know, the notification we get in the car, light comes on and you find out like, yo, I need some gas. And at that point, for the human being that's in position, we like, man, how? Like, Lord, how am I low when I'm doing this for you? Like, how did I get to this place running for you?
Right.
Like, you dropped the bar down.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to express that in a worship way. And so I connected with my sister Kamar Gardner, and we wrote the record together. And then I wanted to come in and encourage that in a way of kind of filling her up, reminding the believer that God sees, God knows, you're not in it. And so that's where it came from. One, just
I like
to the
that
concept, and the car, we're on the road, the car runs low on fuel, so do we. As we run in this race, we run low. But know and be encouraged that God is there. God sees it. He sees beyond your low fuel. He actually see your everything else, the cracked window. He know that you're running low on air in your tire. He know about your spark plugs. He know all of those things that you don't even recognize. Yeah.
I like that, and we're gonna play that.
Yo, I want to give you kudos though. That's dope. I was just about to say that's super dope. That whole concept is tight.
It really is. I like the flow. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to be able to touch the person in a way that they understand that God understands their human side too. You know, running low on fuel, like you said, it doesn't necessarily have to be about ministry and stuff like that. We literally get tired. You know, we are wrapped in a flesh that happens, you know, and you don't always have to be on. That's the problem. People are always trying to be on so that they can keep a facade and forget that they are human, you know. But I like that those songs kind of speak to the person. And I don't like to say soul of a person, but it's the soul of a person. It's the things that affect us daily, you know. So I love that. But I love this song. I do have this in rotation consistently. So we're gonna go ahead and hop on into it. This is Low Fuel by Thre.
Low Fuel.
On, I'm close to empty. Thought I was good till I heard the sound. Now I'm forced to confront all the things that has broke me. I'm slowing down. I'm ready to give up. It's not going my way. It keeps on draining me. I'm slowing down. Feels like it's ending. Is it really ending? Oh, my strength is gone. I can't believe it. I'm tired of fighting. I feel defeated. Supposed to end this way. It's not this way? How did I get here? Why am I still here? It's not supposed to end this way, yeah. It's not supposed to end this way. How did I get here? Why am I still here?
Know what it feel like to be running low on fuel. Your drive gone and your mind's on like stuck in stone. It won't move in need of a push. Know everything that it took for you to be seen or get looked. So even get booked. Sit and have meetings with crooks and you ain't been reading your book. Look, no strength. Steering wheel's been bent. And when it's getting real, every minute feel like a minute till you sprint. Vent, don't run away. Just know it's gon' come a day. No rainy nights, thunderstorms. Soon you'll see some sunny days. Child, wake up, sun creeps through, gray cloud break up. Everything you thought was dark was really all a part. God's plan, Yahweh plus, it's all for your good. I just wish y'all understood. Though you done all that you could, it's nothing that you could have done that Christ hadn't done on the wood. Low key, he knows that you won't eat. And there's some things that he knows that you won't see. Like you ain't even know about your brake pads, spark plugs, slow leak. Just know he sees it all. When you feel alone, he's involved. He's your all, receive your call before you even fall to your knees at all.
Fill me up, 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 fill me up.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to Beyond the Beat. We live here with my boy Thre. That was Low Fuel off the new album, Traffic. Man, I'm telling you, and it sounds like two different songs. Because you got her, she flowing and everything, and then you come in at the end and just drop that heat. So I loved it, absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it really gave me some hope. Seriously.
It do. Those broken places that don't nobody want to talk about.
Girl.
I could see like in each story, I can relate to something in each story. And that's what's powerful about messages like this. When God gives us messages through songs, I always say us, like I'm writing. But I'm just gonna include myself anyway. Hush, Tia, hush. So when we're writing songs and when God is giving you songs, like when it comes to ministry, he gives you messages that can touch a multitude of people, not just, your story is meant to really touch the lives of more than just you or more than just the people that know you. And so I believe that song did just that. Like, I mean, the first couple of times I heard it, I would boo-hoo through the whole song because when you're going through songs, he's talking to me, it's one of those songs, but it lifts you back up, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get through this. I can get through this. So, talk to
those songs that don't leave you there.
Yeah, and you do have a lot of songs that do. A lot of the music, I call it the V up. And what I mean, because I talk to a lot of authors when they're getting ready to start writing their books. And I'm like, well, tell us the story, but make sure we don't stay down in the pit. We need to go down there so we can really get a picture of it, but we also need to come back up and know that you came out of it so we know that we can come out of it. Too many people, too many movies, songs, and all that kind of keep us in the pit. So, talk a little or give some encouragement, I guess, to some of the other artists. And you work with youth, and I've seen the scene with the bullying type. And people don't think youth go through
hate bullying.
Yeah, like I've been through that. Wow. And so when I seen that touched me like so deep. And I guess that's why I'm so strong
Right.
on the anti-bullying movement. And we don't talk about that enough. So we
Mm-hmm.
don't think that these kids are truly affected by the stuff that other people say, other people do. And I'm big on building up the spirit of the man. You know, those kids need to know who they are. They need
That's
to
good.
know how to express likes and dislikes, you know, in a godly way. What are your
Right.
thoughts towards that? What are some of your experience that you had in the youth ministry that you know will inspire that message through that song?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, we froze up a little bit, but we're gonna get back to it in just a minute. We're gonna go ahead and get into another song while we get this technical
Turn up to
difficulties.
my boy Thre. You
Yes,
feel
let's
me?
go. Y'all stay locked right here on Beyond the Beats.
BTBTV.
The city is beautiful, gritty as usual. From the block to the cubicle, they cocking and shoot at you, knocking your noodle loose. Hot ramen noodle soup, cop being rude to you. Do you know what they do to you? They'll make a fool of you. They don't care who you knew. It's not about who is who. It's power as usual. Black or it's blue to you. Suited, unsuitable. Colors unmuted, then you discovered the Rubik's Cube. Suffering through and through. Struggling through his school. Busting they newest tool. They tuck it to move it through. Nothing is new to you. You numb to the usual. And after they shoot the fool, they come to the funeral. I thought about moving too. Then thought about you and you. Lord, what would you do? I pray for a move of you. Move of you. But from the plane, as you look through the clouds, the skyline got you looking like wow. Shot
On and on another day. Back and forth we work, we play. Sky so blue will turn to gray. Beautiful yet full of rage. I believe there's good in store. Though your heart is torn from war, yet still I hope for more. I pray the love of God restores.
Shot belligerent, but many are innocent. Way back in the Genesis, they seen us as menaces, so it was imprisonment, keeping us limited. Can't even begin to vent about all we done been against. Workers like slaves, still don't give us no benefits. Put us in graves, still don't give them no sentences. And this why we militant, this how we deal with it. A life for a life, it ain't right but we live with it. And it's just the syllabus, points to how real it get. How do we get rid of it if we living in will of it? Nice I had kneel for this, praying they will repent. Cause sin is the real offense to a God that's omnipotent. Scars that need healing it, targets our willingness. Though it darkens our vigilance, won't depart from our pilgrimage. But from the plane, as you look through the clouds, the skyline got you looking like wow. Shot
on another day. Back and forth we work, we play. Sky so blue will turn to gray. Beautiful yet full of rage. I believe there's good in store. Though your heart is torn from war, yet still I hope for more. I pray the love of God restores. No matter where my feet may go, you'll be the first I've known. The air I breathe, I roam your streets, it pierced my soul.
Infantry.
All right, we back. Let me get my bro on here.
Back like we never left. What's
That was
happening?
Shot Town.
Hey, Shot-Town, that was like a dope view over there too.
Yeah, no, look, that made me. It was homey. You know, like it made me want to go back to Carolina. That's where I'm from. You know, it got that north feel. So I definitely felt like I was at home. Definitely with
Well,
that
we
one.
don't have buildings like that down here where I'm from. I felt a little. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, then
Right.
that's pretty dope.
Home is where you make it at, right?
It is exactly. I
Yeah.
can't never forget where I came from.
All right.
Nah.
Okay. Well, we're probably gonna wrap this up if we need to. But having some technical difficulties over there. That weather, y'all. This weather going in and out of different areas and giving us some problems here. But definitely gonna get you guys that full interview you guys are looking for. I hope that you got a little bit out of this one. But we're gonna bring our boy Thre back on very, very soon.
It was some nuggets.
Yeah, definitely gonna drop some more nuggets for you guys. So here we go. So we are gonna say good night for now. And we
Only for now.
We're gonna do it again next Friday. Even if we gotta bring our boy Thre back
You
next
already know
Friday,
it.
we definitely gonna have him on. Or we may just do a pop-up. Y'all better keep it locked to BTB TV and see when we do these.
Y'all never know what we might do.
Never know. No, we might be back on tomorrow. I mean, I'm just saying.
You never know.
I don't know.
You never
But y'all
know.
stick with us. Thank y'all for tuning in. And thank y'all for being a support, man. I appreciate everything. I'm sure
Absolutely.
that Tia, even down to the radio stations and all that we broadcast on, man. We just appreciate so much the love that you guys are showing on a continuous basis. All right. So we are now for this particular show, we're now opening up for ad spots because this show is being added to a lot of different platforms now. So that information will be coming soon. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Of course, more hot videos and stuff that will be airing. Yes, we got the Is a Vibe show. The top 10 video countdown will be coming back on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on BTB TV only. It will not be anywhere else.
Exclusive.
To BTB TV to be able to see that top 10 countdown. And when I say fire, it's that fire with the YA at the end.
Pew, 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 pew.
All right, Lady Q.
Yo, shout out to our crew, You First Radio, man.
First Radio crew. Y'all make sure y'all tune in this Sunday, newpraiseradio.com. And that's 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got 3 hours of Christian hip hop for you. We got
3 hours, man.
And we got all our crazy talk and our good talk. We got some good talk for y'all. But we have Miss Zion, the voice, on with us this Sunday. So y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Super dope.
Good stuff for y'all. All right, we're gonna say good night, and we will tune in so you can see when we're gonna come back, and we will keep you guys updated about when we will bring Mr. Thre back on with us. Much love, you guys. Blessings, much respect. See you again next time.
Y'all better be here next week. We love y'all.